The real impact of Stormy Daniels' lurid testimony, how her wild claims hurt the Trump prosecution terribly and left the jury sitting there with their sphincters tightening. Legal experts say Stormy Daniels testifying about sex signals the case is weak. They believe prosecutors should be focused on the details of the alleged crime. Daniels saying she hates Trump does not necessarily hurt the prosecution. When Stormy Daniels took the stand in Donald Trump's hush money case, her salacious testimony was a lewd story of unwanted, unprotected, blackout missionary sex nearly 20 years ago with a married celebrity who would go on to run for and become president of the United States. Trump, now the 2024 presumptive Republican presidential nominee, is facing 34 criminal charges for falsifying business records for allegedly trying to hide the payment to Daniels before the 2016 election. Legal experts believe Stormy Daniels' detailed testimony should not have been allowed and actually damaged the prosecution case despite her being an important witness in supporting their theory that there was an effort to violate election law. Even Judge Juan Merchan, who is presiding over the case, expressed dismay for the porn star's wild testimony, warning prosecutors there were some things that would have been better left unsaid. Daniels was visibly nervous in court. She spoke quickly and had to be told to slow down. Legal experts acknowledge that can go two ways: a witness who either does not talk or does not stop talking. Neither is helpful for a prosecutor, who needs to be careful not to go out of bounds, but also cannot interrupt or correct their witness. But no matter how outlandish her story is, Daniels testified under oath that it's all true, and she is expected to return to the stand on Thursday as cross-examination continues in the Manhattan criminal court. "I think the testimony hurt the prosecution terribly," said Randy Zelen, an adjunct professor at Cornell Law School and trial attorney. He said it made Trump look more sympathetic and signaled the wrong message to the jury. The jurors had to be sitting there with their sphincters tightening. They were so uncomfortable. Zelen said, "That testimony does nothing to further the prosecutor's obligation. It sends a message to a juror: you don't have it." Zelen said if they had to use it suggests the prosecution does not have a strong case or they would be speaking toward those details. Stormy Daniels' testimony should not have been admitted, said John Yoo, professor of law at the University of California, Berkeley. It was far more prejudicial to Trump than it added in facts relevant to the actual legal charges here. After the morning's testimony, Trump's lawyer Todd Blanche even motioned for a mistrial, calling her testimony extraordinarily prejudicial. The DA seeks to prove that Trump improperly accounted for the payment to Daniels in exchange for a non-disclosure agreement to influence the election. All of the details allowed in, including her claim that the sex was non-consensual, was not necessary to prove that point, you said.